Hey guys, what's up? Hey, now you get to see more of my scraggly beard. Don't, get too attached to it. All this is coming off soon. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about my beard. I wasn't expecting to put up this video, especially so soon after my last one, which I would like a few more people to actually see and look at before I, put some up. But this really annoyed the hell out of me, and I had to talk about it. You can see the topic, so if this is not the type of thing that you want to listen to, well, goodbye. I can understand. This isn't politics or religion or philosophy or anything like that. But it is kind of about YouTube, which is, so maybe it'll concern you anyway. For those of you who aren't in the know because you haven't been paying attention to video game news lately, there's a guy on YouTube called TotalBiscuit. I really like his stuff. I've been watching his stuff for a while. He's a good source for news and opinion, as well as his WTF series, which is where he gives his first impressions of a game. And that particular series is one that we have to focus on because that's the one that has led to the drama I'm about to speak about. I think it was about a month back, a little while ago, he did a WTF of a game called Guise of the Wolf. It's a game that is on Steam. It was on the green. It went through the green light system on Steam, which is basically a way for indie developers to try to get known. There's been a lot of controversy over the for a while ever since green light came out because it seems like games that really aren't worth their salt seems to be getting through green light when there's plenty of other games that many people would love to see getting published or get a shot that never make it on there. There's a big quality issue going on with Steam right now, but I don't need to get into that. Anyway, Guys of the Wolf is not a good game. TotalBiscuit did a WTF of it. He panned the game. He even put up footage of him originally playing. Like he went through I think about 3 hours worth of gameplay. If I remember correctly, it could be more or less around that. But he put in a lot of hours of time, and you could tell he was pissed off about how bad the game was. I don't think you can find that raw footage on YouTube anymore, but that raw footage was funny to me because of how he was just cursing, like what the fuck. And later on, he did a proper first impression of it, his WTF series, where he pans the game and shows all the problems with the game, and oh my god, there are problems. Oh my man, are there problems. So he reviews it, and that's that. Or it would be that's that if the game developer didn't go ape shit. The name of the company is called Fun Creators. Freaking, it's like case of bad marketing or bad label if it was one. They didn't take kindly to this. And they basically decided that they were going to shut him down for daring to basically make his opinion that this game sucks. Like he panned the game. He wasn't the only one to pan the game. Tons of people did. And they decided they were going to, make an example of him. So they basically, I'm trying to remember exactly the right detail. Actually, let me just look it up. Because I'm trying to remember what came first, them DMCAing his video, like putting a copyright strike claim on his video, or the email where they threatened to for him to take down his stuff. Okay, yeah, this was it. They basically made a copyright strike to him on his video, which is I've noticed lately that the scenes have been happening to him. Like, really bad developers get mad at him for panning a video, for panning the video game, and then they'll do a copyright strike against him, even though he had every right to put up the information he did on there. It's under fair use, and then he has to, like, go through the YouTube, get the thing, counter-struck, and then, sooner or later the video gets put back up. But, these strikes add up, and anybody who's been on YouTube for a long time knows that 3 strikes, you're done. Your channel's gone. It is not coming back. So they strike him down. He puts up, a tweet stating what they did, and then they pretty much then send him an email basically saying, we're bigger than you. We're not afraid of you. Don't tweet this. We want you to take down all your tweets about us striking down your video, and we want you to delete your YouTube channel. We're not afraid of you. You're just some YouTube creator, and we don't, and don't bother retweeting this email, because if you do that, we're just going to deny it, and we're going to stick our lawyers against you, and blah, blah, blah. All these ridiculous threats. Well, he's dealt with bullshit like this before, and was like, he retweeted the email anyway. And rightfully, most people were like, they sided with him. They knew he's not the type to Photoshop an email, and it makes no sense. Why would he Photoshop an email of them doing that to him? It makes more sense for them to, if you think about it just logically for a couple of seconds, why would a YouTube video game reviewer go out of his way to put up a video, then have his own video removed, and then like put up a fake email that the developer sent to him demanding that he, get rid of all of his stuff or else? That makes no sense, but it makes total sense for an up-and-coming bad developer to, when they see a bad review being done by a popular YouTube content creator, to shut his video down and then threaten him with legal action or to destroy his career if he doesn't take down all of his tweets showing what they did to him, and then delete his YouTube channel completely so they never have to worry about bad press. And that's the thing that blows my mind. It's this sort of shit that would get them bad press. It's this sort of thing that's going to make it so that they don't work in this industry. Making a bad game is one thing. I mean, yeah, that you'll take a hit in your reputation, but that's something you can overcome. It just takes a bit of talent and hard work to figure out how to code a proper game. People are able to get over, sooner. Like, I could list several developers who used to make shovelware, and then later on they started churning out decent games and they got respect. And even if you do make shovelware, that usually doesn't stop developers from continuing to make bad games and making some type of profit off of anyway. Just look at the mobile market. Anyway, but it's stuff like this, like trying to shut down a freaking YouTube content creator, in this kind of underhanded way. It's this, and then you're like threatening him on top of that. It's this sort of thing that makes it so that you won't work in this industry again, because people will remember that. Now, I'm not going to go further into this because it's worth you guys looking this up online to see just how far this went. It's freaking hilarious, the tweets that went back and forth. Needless to say, TotalBiscuit got his video back up, and it's looking like this company's reputation is forever ruined. That's not the reason why I put up this video. The reason why I'm putting up this video is because it disgusts me at the ease in which this developer was able to do it. They were able to do it with one button click. And you guys should know what I'm about to get into because I've gotten into this before. This never would have happened if YouTube did not have the system that it has in place currently, that they've been having for years. I know people have only just started talking about this because just at the end of last year, they were now subjecting their big-time content creators to this system. Like before, they were a little bit more protected because they were bringing in money, but now they're subjecting everybody to this, and suddenly you'll have a whole bunch of video game videos struck for copyright claims, and it was all done automatically, and now they got to fight against the claim and all this shit. This is a system that's been in place for years. I've known about it for years because I've had to worry about it. Thankfully, I've never had a video struck down because I know what I'm doing. I refuse to, anything that I am pretty damn sure has something in it that's going to get a copyright strike against it, I just don't put anything on there. That's also part of the reason why I haven't been putting music in my videos for a long time now. Before I used to do it, and now I don't. And one of the reasons is because I don't want to get hit with a copyright claim. I mean, and I tend to use music that's free. I use a lot of old jungle that people aren't really going to strike anyway, or I use jungle that you can get for free anywhere. But that's neither here or there. I have several reasons why I don't put music on there. That's just one of them. But the point is, anybody who's been on YouTube for a long time, who isn't necessarily a big-time name, always had that freaking sword of Damocles over their heads where you can get a copyright stream on a video you worked your ass on. Just because, oh, copyright, F fair use, F, you might even have the rights to it, they can strike you down. Now it's the big names that are having to deal with it, finally. And that's what's finally bringing attention to this, even though guys like me have been saying the system sucks. And it does suck. I mean, we can grumble all we want about, okay, now the big guys are complaining about it. But it's still a bad system. At least now we got more people yelling about it. And the fact that an underhanded company that is out to rob people of their money by putting out an inferior product, and later will go out of their way to silence any dissenting voice about it just so they can make more money. A company like this is able to cause this much trouble with one button click because YouTube refuses to actually screen these things until after a bunch of people make noise. It's always guilty until proven innocent, and they always side on the side of freaking corporations no matter how freaking corrupt they are. And I'm really getting tired of this. I mean, look, YouTube, and I doubt you're going to be watching this video, you really don't care, but still, this has to be said. YouTube, if you are watching this, or if somebody brings this to your attention, you're a $1 billion industry. You're a $1 billion company. You mean to tell me that you can't put aside some of that money to hire people to actually screen these claims before putting them into effect? The country you happen to be based in is a country that, at least for the time being, operates under the whole law thing of innocent until proven guilty. That's the way our law system supposedly works. It would be nice if you operated your business the same freaking way. I understand that, you know, you're scared of big companies, or well, you're a big one yourself, and lately I've been noticing that you're acting more and more like the asshole companies that you originally said that you weren't going to act like. But look, if somebody files a copyright claim or a DMCA claim, or, you know, they're flagging a video, if I were running, sorry, my wife's behind me, she needs to get stuff. There's a lot going on. Sorry. If I were running a company that they could make a claim to get rid of a video, and I knew that especially these videos were bringing me ad revenue, and I also knew that it was the content creators that made my site what it was, I would actually hire people to, okay, we got another claim, look over this claim, make sure it's legit, and then when it was like, review it first. Then, if it's valid, press the button, there you go. It shouldn't take, what, maybe an hour at the most for somebody to look over the claim, then look at the video and see if it's violating anything? You mean to tell me you can't hire people for this? No, you had to put in a freaking automated system that automatically gets rid of shit. And then the person who put up the content has to go through the hell of proving that it isn't. And it could take like days before it gets, you know, cleared back up. There should not be all this anguish just to prove that the person who did it was false, just to make a company happy. And many times they're doing it because they're being underhanded. This is ridiculous. I mean, there have been channels that have been completely destroyed because of this, and they didn't do anything wrong. They can't get those channels back. They've had to start from scratch. This system has been abused so many times, and it hasn't just been by companies. It's also been by people who just got pissed off at the video. You know, they heard something in there. Like in the beginning, I remember on YouTube, there was so many angry fundamentalist Christians seeing atheist videos disproving their stuff that they went out of their way to get the videos flagged and the channels destroyed. And some of them were able to be successful at this because the way the system is rigged, they can do that. This is ridiculous. It's been said over and over again that content creators should not be harassed for putting up content that doesn't break the rules. If a claim, I mean, it only makes sense that if a claim is made of some type of malicious intent from a video that is breaking some type of rule or some type of law, you review the claim first. I mean, this is how the world works in many other avenues. This person did this, this, and that to me. Oh, they did? You got proof? Let's see if it's valid. You know, when somebody goes against that particular method, we get angry, and rightfully so. It shouldn't be that hard for a billion-dollar industry to hire people to review these claims instead of putting in a ridiculous, stupid, you know, automated system that automatically gives people who want to abuse it for underhanded reasons their way. This is bad business, and it's getting out of hand. I mean, yeah, we're just simply talking about some guy who talks about video games on YouTube, but still, the fact is, he generates a whole lot of money for you people. He should not have to go through this type of shit just to prove his innocence. The claim should have been reviewed. All these claims, whether it be a flagging claim, copyright claim, DMCA, whatever the hell it is. Anytime somebody wants to strike a video down, their reason should be stated, and it should be reviewed, and it should be seen if it actually is violating something, and then take it down. It shouldn't take, you hire enough people, it shouldn't take long. It really shouldn't take long. You got the money to do it. What, you don't want to give it up because you want to buy a third yacht this year? Besides, right now people are screaming that they need jobs. Here you go. Here they go, creating jobs. So you could just simply say, look, we need people to review these claims. You got the money to do it. So do it. This has gone on way longer than I wanted it to be. So, yeah, I just wanted to rant on that because that really annoyed the crap out of me today. And I just wanted to get it off my chest. Hopefully my new system will be built, and I'll be working with a better camera again. I mean, I would do this with my phone, but it's a pain in the ass to upload stuff with my phone, so that's why I'm doing this with the Chromebook. That's all. That's it. Got it off my chest. Catch you guys later.